Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 6, Stone Ocean, Episode 35. We are in a rough place. Jolene just got dinked by the newsstand ability of Poochie Sea Moon, which it turns out is a Paul McCartney song. Didn't know that until today. Found out today. Cool. It's a little powerful. Jolene began floating off into the unknown while turning inside out. Don't know what that does to a person when they turn inside out, but I hope we find out today. And, despair began to creep in amongst our remaining cast members. Emporio and Honestly are sitting there with Hermes flying back behind them and Jolene floating off like a balloon into the despairing distance, and they sit there and sort of, well, shit, it looks like we lose, guys. Looks like we're just gonna lose. Until an unexpected text message from one Jotaro Kujo, that guy, the main boy, pops in on Emporio's phone and lets him know that a couple things are still going down. Jolene, it turns out, is herself alive. The timing on Jotaro texting is really weird, and I'm genuinely curious about that. If there's something strange going on, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some weird time fuckery or a time loop thing or something along those lines. But we get this text. It tells us within moments that this thing is going on, that Jolene is still alive, and Jotaro can sense it. And that means that the priest can sense it too. So we are now in an all-out, no-holds-barred race to the finish. Race to the finish. Where's that from? To get to Jolene, figure out what has happened with Jolene, and either, if we're Poochie, kill Jolene, whatever, or save Jolene, whatever. Although Poochie's goals may be a little bit more weird than that, because there's the whole, he doesn't care about the victory thing, it's all about the strongest fate, and whoever has that is going to help him achieve his bullshit anyway, sort of thing going on. So maybe he's not going to go kill her, maybe he's going to go high-five her and be like, nice job, you opened the portal. Like, whatever the fuck that would be. Maybe he needs Jolene's powers in order to make some bullshit heaven thing happen. Which would make sense. I mean, she's a Joestar. He's not. That's something. What the fuck is going on with Jolene? I don't know. My guess is that Jolene has turned into a big bowl of spaghetti. Yum. That's why I drew Jolene. Jolene is a big bowl of spaghetti. Yum. I got nothing. She can turn herself into strings. Strings plus high gravity situations makes me think of black holes and spaghettification. Everything gets sucked down into a very tiny, very stretched out format. Black holes have an event horizon that goes to the entirely unknown. We have some mathematical predictions for what's going on there, and we're not entirely sure. And it's kind of the properties of space-time kind of break down when you get to that location, which is pretty weird. So we're kind of going off the rails to talk about the black hole event horizon thing, but there's some things that line up that I think are important. And Araki has this tendency to fold real science into fake science, right? So he takes some things that he thinks are interesting in real science, and he folds them in to his mysterious insanity and builds the crazy adventure that is JoJo's. Well, black holes have fascinated physicists and scientists for a long time, and tons of revelations have happened about that sort of thing over the last couple of decades. And so it's entirely reasonable that Araki might see something like that in a newspaper and be like, wow, that's pretty interesting. A new universe is the same thing as a black hole, which is not true, but like some of the properties of the event horizon of a black hole are very similar to the properties of the earliest observable or predictable states of matter in the universe. Like, there's some stuff that overlaps. It's weird. Things start to break down. So, you get this idea where Dio is like, I want to build a new place that is heaven, right? A special magic place that I rule and all these things. Maybe he's trying to birth a new universe through black holeifying a JoJo. I don't know. In Araki logic, that might make sense. So maybe what's about to happen, what we're going to find out with Jolene is like the crucial shit. Something about the interaction of this great gravitational power and this great stringificational power come together to form, I don't know, the land of milk and honey that we've all been promised by God? Dio? What does that mean to a horrifying vampire monster who's just a deeply selfish monster, creature, person thing? hmm, one one vampire's paradise is another human being's torment. Truly, because like paradise for a vampire is like, oh, all the blood that I want, and hell for a human is there's this vampire who keeps coming and sucking my blood and I can't die. Perfect world, perfect world. Okay, we're getting off track, which is fine. That's half of the point. This is JoJo's. What are tracks? Ridiculous. We've been sideways fighting an auto battler stand that is a fusion of a baby and a goop man. Like logic. Out the airlock you go. So we gotta find Jolene. I hope that we find out what's going on with Jolene in this episode. I'm kind of scared that what we're going to end up doing is, hi, I'm Jotaro Kujo, and I'm here to save the day. Star Platinum is our world, though. Backa. We're done. It's over. I win. I would hate that. We've done so much work to like make Jolene do this interesting journey where she's had to stand for herself, and Dad isn't there to help because we eliminated him early, early as fuck. It's one of the core elements of this season chunk part that's really important. If you have Superman and you want a story with stakes, you have to figure out a way to disable Superman so that everybody else who actually can die and be hurt and stuff has a story with stakes. Now Superman is back. Jotaro Kujo's back. He's the ultimate, right? He's the solver of solving things. He's the magic man with great precision and extreme speed and the literal ability to stop time. And also the coolest character. He's Clint Eastwood. He shows up and the bad guys die. That would be really a problem. That would be a problem for our narrative stakes and weight and stuff if he just shows up and the bad guys die. It would make everything fall apart. It would make everything that Jolene has worked for kind of bullshit and stupid. So that can't happen. That can't really happen unless we can finagle it somehow so that Jotaro specifically can't solve this problem and Jolene is the one who can, or somehow the two of them together can. And then that would echo some of the father-daughter stuff from the beginning and the idea of working together. And I don't know where Araki's going to go with this. I'm really curious. It's an interesting setup. Not just because Jolene has been turned inside out and floated off into oblivion. Great thing to do with a main character. Totally terrifying. Love it to pieces. What's next? I don't know. It's JoJo's, man. The priest is rushing. All the other characters are rushing. We're on a race to find Jolene and save or kill Jolene. And then things will shake out from there. What happens in this episode determines what happens from there on out. I know that's like seems obvious, but it's like we're really at a turning point here. And I'm excited to see how it goes down. So let's watch episode 35 and find out. I've got it up and ready to go. It's 0 seconds. There'll be 2 versions. I need to turn my AC off. Don't want that making noise. And 2 versions. Beep beep timer. Let's get into it. Recordo, set. PiP. Sounds really quiet. Looks normal speed, normal volume to me. Oh. Ah. The worst. Sup? Yeah, very Mazui. Mucho Mazui, dude. Yeah, it falls away from Poochie. Everywhere. And he's fucking untouchable. Just dinked. Son of a beach. Son of a fat beach. One punch! The turn. Ah. Oh, the turn is so great. Ha, 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 ha. Ooh, a text. Hey, wait. And we're recapping a lot. Indeed. Sure. Go, Odyssey. With the power of your weird infatuation. Go! Don't you know JoJo's have 2 hearts? It's how they can survive with one of them burning all the time. Diva. Down. He's gonna die for this. Alright. I was kind of thinking maybe like no OP because of the big recap, but no. Alright. See Moon Part 2. Tracks. Nose. Nah. Fuck you, planet. Wow, that was a pretty cool piece of animation. Nah. I don't think so. I don't know. I think it's Jolene's physical abilities and perseverance. Quite a cool pose. Oh, jeez. Insane. Ah, so grand. So much grander than their pitiful justice. Except me, or Anasui. Help, please. It's not great, man. Yeah. Yeah. So caring. Did she now? Eh? A piece of Jolene's clothing. Or she's smarter than you think. Oh, he knows that Anasui's here immediately. Hi. Oh my god, it's on. You're nothing. We'll see, man. I wouldn't underestimate the Swee. Boy's got a pretty absurdly powerful stand. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, he infused something. What the fuck? He put Diver... What? How? Yeah, he submerged him into a person, something like that. What? Oh! Huh. Get him. Get him. What the fuck? Uh. Ah. Yo, move it. What? What was that? That's Jolene, isn't it? Hi. What? Where? What? Dude, she's ethereal. She's between space. She's between space. Dude, she's between shit. She is quantum. Ha! I'll bet. Oh, I got no idea. I actually don't know. I think she's actually in between reality. I mean, you could try. I think Jolene's gonna kick your fucking ass, Poochie-Oochie. There you are. Jolene didn't know that until you said it. Let's go, Emporio. Stay safe, little buddy. Stay safe, little buddy. Crush the resolve. Makes sense. There is still the Hermes unknown. Oh. Oh, dude. I don't think that's how that works. You've never really met Jotaro, have you? I really don't think that's how that works. Aw. Just pour some ethyl alcohol in there. Haha. Hi. What? Impossible! Impossible! Turn it all inside out. And she's strings. They are the same thing, my guy. We keep not seeing her, because it's just hands attached to strings, right? She's all string. Is she wounded? Oh, shit. Yeah, that's so cool. We keep not showing her. The loop. You can't turn a Mobius strip inside out, man. Full reconstruction. Full continuous reconstruction. Huh. There is no such thing as inside out with a Mobius strip, my guy. Nandato! Oh, bakara masaka! She's just a Klein bottle. She's flowing continuously. Wow! Nanda! Oh! That's so great. Shing! You get it? You got it. That is what she's creating. That's baller. That's great. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Flip that stuff around. Oh, here we go. Yep. Somehow you get to the same other side. It's so strange. Mobius. Baller. Baller! What a beast. And there is our little Mobius strip. Beep. What? I think he was a hungry boy. Man, the messing with gravity continuously thing is crazy. So this new power of yours. Oh my god. Just full messing. Oh, it's so weird. That's a good question. Oh, that flurry of kicks. Let's go, Jolene. Seems like it can fold in no matter what. Gimme! Yeah. Of course. The opening thread. He has been moving stuff around, too. Has he been trapping you in? Yeah. Honestly's still around, and Jotaro is still coming. Waiting isn't your game, Poochie. Mm-hmm. They don't gain momentum, though. Waiting for victory to fall into my hands. I don't know. Yeah, with a gun. Okay. Oh my god, priest with a gun. Holy shit. Kazal! Oh, Empori boy! Great time to stop time. Oh, I was not, I did not expect, oh shit. It is a great time, though. What's up? Hi. Excuse me. I just won. NANI?! What? What? Of course it's a harpoon. Oh! Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hi. Hey, who the fuck is that? Who's that? Who's that guy? That guy looks all weird. Oh no! Oh no. Now I'm scared. Yeah, that's why I'm scared. I don't know, man. I think he's got at least one ally, and it might be literally God. What? He's got to be so happy that Jotaro is here for some reason. Yeah, it's all of you guys. You're gonna get it to me. Somehow. Somehow. Fucking hell. What? Oh. What? Oh shit. But he's the center of... Yeah. So then doesn't everything else go... What the fuck? I don't. You just go to it? Oh. Well, that's way easier. Shit, 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 shit. Go get him. Be careful, honestly. Count his primes. Yep. Alright. Somebody grab that gun. Yeah, shoot him. Give it to Emporio. Thanks, Dad. It's because I turned into spaghetti. Daddy! Hey. That is nice. Hey, you got any way to fix this thing that I'm doing to my heart? I'm gonna go save the world. You were running out of bullets. Hi, alright. Stoppu. And? Ando? Sort of like an arrow. Stabbed. Yeah, we'll see, man. I'm not confident. Oh, he moved! Oh, it knocked him off of... Dude, it's gonna knock him right where he needs to be. Son of a dick. Dude, he moved. Dude, he moved during... He's got JoJo stuff in him. Motherfuck. Motherfuck! Wait, if he gets inside, does it float? It floats. Shit. Fuck. Shit. Shit! He didn't turn himself inside out for it either. He just dodged it. He's trying to get to the exact spot to make the thing happen. Fuck. Let's go, Emporio. I see you beginning to climb. Jesus, what a scene. What a scene. What an idea. Oh, 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 oh. I hear it. Oh, shit. Oh, no. That's maximum bad. Woo! Woo! Ah! Mobius strips is such a fucking good idea. That's such a good fucking idea. I love it. Woohoo! Ooh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. And I love it. I am excited. I'm very excited. This episode was a kind of a banger. I really enjoyed it. So, move along. The actual animation of this globe imploding is amazing. It's really cool looking. There are a couple of moments of great looking animation throughout the episode. An absolute metric fuckload of Poochie posing that I cannot complain about. He's all over the place this episode. I mean, literally, he's jumping all over the place, causing stuff to float around the entire time. I like it. I really like how sinister Anasui feels when he's on the attack here. We don't really get to get a lot of that, but remember, Anasui is a hardened criminal who's been in prison for a while, and we really see it here. The sort of spidery way he climbs down is really cool, and then the moment when he reveals that he is not that version of him and is actually back here, very, very striking, very sinister, very scary. Not as scary as Poochie full warp turning himself inside out in order to dodge punches. This is the craziness. This is the craziness. Full self-sacrifice, right? That's really what I see this as. The willingness to go to any extreme in order to accomplish his goals. That's what this reads as to me. And I think it's really great. I think it's really cool. This all the way through. Once we start introducing it, Jolene popping in and gently touching Poochie, just fucking with him, just messing with him, is really, 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 really cool. I love that we don't see what's really going on. We don't see Jolene's body, and so it maintains the mystery. It allows us to continue this curiosity, just like Poochie has. Nani? Impossible. What's going on? How is this happening? Where could she be? And how? I like it. I like it a lot. It manages to take that mystery of what has happened to Jolene that we've developed and stretch it out like a string. Didn't really mean to do that, but fair. Stretch it out like a string and make it more tense and more humming with energy and intrigue. I really think it's really cool, and I really like being in Poochie's perspective throughout this fight. As the forces of good close in on him in some real sense, we end up in his perspective throughout the fight, and it's our main character's decisions that are unclear to us all the way through. And this is something that Araki does all the time, and it serves to make our characters seem even smarter than they are, even cooler than they are. Jolene keeps thwarting and outthinking Poochie and just slipping away as a little bit of string. It's really rad. It's really rad. I like it a lot. And when we finally reveal what she's actually doing, the reveal is excellent and really well animated. It looks super cool and believable. that those threads are a magic power, and I love the sparkly after effects that we get all around it. They make it feel ethereal and potent and really, really interesting and cool. It's not quite what I thought she would be doing, but it's a cool idea. I love the idea of Mobius strips. I used to be really intrigued by them when I was younger. As a geometric form, they're rather fascinating because they've got this feature of one-sidedness that is rather unique. There aren't a lot of shapes that do that, and it's got one side and one edge. How weird. It's a flat piece of paper, but the fold, the twist makes everything happen, and it is, well, it's a crucial piece of the fundamental mathematics of our reality, and it enables a whole lot of what makes our reality work the way that it works, including things like DNA and little spirals of RNA and DNA that bacteria use, and all sorts of little things are affected by this sort of a shape or design. It is cool, and it makes perfect sense. You can't turn it inside out. Doing so just turns it inside out. Like, that's what I'm doing here, is I'm turning the Mobius strip, quote unquote, inside out, but there is no inside and there is no outside. Here I am on the outside, and if I trace that along, it's the same side as the inside. This side and this side are actually the same side, so there's no inside out. You can't do it. It's impossible. Brilliant. So, I had my theory at the beginning that was like, maybe Araki saw something about black holes. Araki saw something about Mobius strips and was like, God, how can I organize a set of powers to make that happen? And he figured it out, and it's great. It's really cool. Makes me love Jolene. Makes me think that she's badass, because she seems totally badass here. I like it. I like it a lot. It looks really cool. Ends up being really interesting. Yeah. So Pucci goes around and around, and decides that he's going to go for her head because there's no way he'll be able to do it. There is what I was looking for, a security guard's gun! Bullets, 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 and it would indeed be the perfect time to stop time, and so we do, and Jotaro is here. But we've figured out a way to prevent Jotaro from just showing up and saving the day in an instant, and I got real scared that we were going to do exactly that. When he chucks that harpoon, you won't even see this harpoon coming. You'll just be dead. But Pucci sees it. Something more is going on here. And the arrival of the most powerful man we've ever seen ever doesn't do the trick. Not yet. It's going to be something more ingenious, more mysterious, and more curious if we're planning to win this thing in the end. Shout out. Gotta mention it. An extremely stylized sequence as we turn, and for the first time in a number of seasons, we see Star Platinum. We match cut into it, and we're highly stylized, almost cartoony in this smash. Star Platinum is like legendary looking. He's like a shiny Pokemon card, way beyond what he normally looks like. And crushed, battered, and smashed, near crucified on this bit of metal, Pucci, bleeding, decides that this is actually a good thing. And everything is going according to plan. I love bringing Hermes back. I love Emporio showing up. I don't understand the idea of the harpoon. I guess it helped her get there closer, get there faster, which is great. We do a little cute thing where Jotaro says, "You've grown, Jolene. Good job." And we gloat a little bit, saying, "Haha, we've got you, Father Pucci. You're surrounded. And you have no friends. No, you don't understand. You don't understand at all. You're my allies. What I need to do is to float up and away to the point where my stand will be complete. And indeed, even after throwing a harpoon at him, we divert him from his path, send him into the space shuttle, and he manages it! He manages it! The son of a bitch gets to the exact point that he needs to be for the magic of the new moon to happen, and begins glowing. He's glowing. This is bad. This is mega bad. Look, we've had a family member of Enrico Pucci glow before, or create light effects before, and it caused a small problem on a large scale. Namely, everyone turning into snails. Pucci might do something similar. I'm very scared of that. Shit. This feels like cell ascending. This feels like endgame stuff. You know what this feels like? This feels like Cars finally putting on the mask. That's what this feels like. That's actually what this is. Exactly what this is. That is exactly what this is. This is Cars. This is Dio becoming a vampire, and now JoJo has to fight against an immortal creature. Damn, problem. This is Cars putting on the mask, and now JoJo has to fight against a super powerful, ultra immortal, transcendent being. Damn, that's a toughie. Yeah, it's the same shtick. Kira Yoshikage transcends to bite Zadasto, becomes an immortal being of great power. Gotta defeat him still. So, through what machinations, through what insanity, will we manage to defeat the ascended Enrico Pucci? And what will his ascension look like? Well, we'll have to wait till next week to find out. Ooh, spicy. Spicy as could be. All right, let's go read the manga for this portion. I want to see what some of this looks like. Araki drawing Jotaro in action for the first time in a long time is something that I'm really looking forward to seeing. So let's go and check it out. See you in a sec once I've got it pulled up. In order to protect Jolene, I gotta kill that priest. Did I accidentally miss her vitals? No, without a doubt I hit her hard. It should have been turned inside out. Yeah, he does punch a globe. Why? What did the globe ever do to you, Poochie? Oh. But it can't be. The Joestar bloodline. The Kuujo bloodline. Is that what is trying to hinder me and Dio's plans? I love how the space shuttle looks in this sequence, and all the frickin' corpse people all over the place is crazy. Jolene, I can sense that she's in no condition to move. But why is she alive? Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, Cape Canaveral. A portal to space was built on the 34,000 hectare land of Cape Canaveral. Because of the effects on the reverse gravity, there is currently no way to get to the visitor center. Jolene Cujo, stone free, hit in the heart. Shot through the heart! Which should now be turned inside out, but somehow she is alive. Estimated spot where Jolene will fall. Enrico Pucci, Sea Moon, has the ability to reverse gravity. 3-kilometer radius in 32 hours with the arrival of the new moon. His ability will be completed. Does not have great physical power. Whatever it punches will get turned inside out. The buildings with solid foundations have somehow managed to stay on the ground. Diva Down can somehow manage to move along the walls and the ground by using his stand. His movements are severely limited, however. Burning down the house, Emporio. Because of the dislocated satellite, it is currently difficult to gain contact with the outside world. Will he be able to call Jotaro? Moving along by holding onto the handrails. Hermes Costello, Kisu. Whereabouts unknown. Jotaro Kujo Star Platina has regained his disc, but his health condition is still unknown. He is about 3 kilometers away from Jolene's location, but will he be able to climb over to where she is? Can sense both Jolene and the priest's presence. Sweet. It is imperative that I finish Jolene Kuujo off now. Within the prison and in Orlando, Jolene Kuujo's interferences in my plan have just been to test my ability. Have confidence, Enrico Pucci. Fate is on my side. Dio and I, our plans are above petty feelings of justice. There should be nothing in this world that can stop me. You there, please? Got amber lamps. Help! Something's wrong with my head. Close. She's close. The place where Jolene Kujo fell should be around here. I really like this moment. There's something about it that speaks of Pucci's total uncaring about other people, right? This is a priest that we're seeing. It's even more so than the moment where he gets talked to by that annoying guy who's just like, hey, what if God was like an alien? It's so weird to have a priest here in the Kennedy Space Center. Don't you hate science? Right? Like, I'd murder that guy too, just to be fair. Honestly, yeah, murder him too. Sure. Can't blame Pucci for that one. Honestly, fair game. Fair game, man. We've all met people like that. It's just, you just want to throw them against a wall and have their brains implode. It's great. But this is just total uncaring, right? This is just walking right past someone in desperate need. It's like, you know what? It feels like if a doctor who's taken the Hippocratic Oath walks past somebody and they go, please, doctor, save me. It's like, it's a tourniquet, save me. And the doctor's like, no. Just doesn't, but it's even worse. He doesn't even address him. He doesn't say no. He doesn't do anything. He's just pure, hyper-focused on his own goals, his selfish goals. Not on people, not on the world, not on heaven for everybody, just himself. My goals and Dio's goals, above these petty feelings of justice. Sure they are. Go, 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 go. A little bit of cloth. She's there. That is a piece of Jolene Cujo's clothing. Jolene must have fallen into that building there. And you don't come any closer, Anasui. Oh, it's so baller. I like it a lot. Poochie just being aware of Anasui's presence is pretty baller. I like it a lot. Get back. You don't even pose a threat to me. Shh. Punch. Ha. Cool. I love the fist overlaid over the fist, because it's the same scene in different zooms. Kind of, right? I think that's really cool looking. Dive her down. Doesn't just phase into walls and floors, you know. Get back, Sea Moon! That is not Anasui! Oh, wow, he explodes into bones. That's way worse than the little teeth that got shot out of the anime version. This is way worse. Love it. Thack, 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 shink, ah! That was a tourist that died from your gravity ability. I changed his bone structure from the inside and turned him into me. Nutty? You're within my range! Take this! Dive down! I don't know what sound that makes, but that's the sound that it made. I missed! He turned himself inside out! Oh, that is gross looking, dude. That is gross. Nice. To me, you're less significant than Sun Wukong flying around the Buddha's hand. Lucia! Huh? Dink. Huh? Huh? Whoa. Okay. I sort of missed Anasui getting flipped up over to the flagpole. I saw him using Diver Down to go down it later, but I missed him getting flipped up there because I was too overwhelmed by that's Jolene's hand. Ah! Huh? Man, just messing with him. Jolene becomes the monster. My face. Someone touched it. That hand was. Jolene Cujo. She's moving. What is she doing? How could she still be moving? Sorry. Blood. She must be gravely injured. My heart is telling me that I must pursue her. I must finish her off here. Following Jolene Cujo. Jotaro Kujo must be on his way here as well. That's a cool pose. I really like the way that fabric looks. It's so angular. Weird. And it will be a nuisance if Anasui regains his composure and decides to come for me again. Right now, everyone is coming here in an attempt to protect Jolene Cujo. What's important is that you die here. Your death will shatter the hopes of everyone who is heading this way. Blood. Especially Jotaro Kujo. He will lose both his reason to live and the strength in his heart. He will no longer be a threat to either me or Dio. I must kill her here and now. I will find you, no matter the cost. I will find you. Okay. Rocky with the fire again. We talked about it with the helicopters. It's again. Look at it. It's so cool. Crazy. And the upside down Poochie too. Just a little flick. He's so nonchalant all the time. He's got so much character in the way that he stands and moves. I love it. Tete Koi! Jolene Cujo! Show yourself! Hunk! Careful what you wish for, my guy. Huh? Nutty? Jolene Cujo? You asked for it, man. Oosha! They're just her strings. She's behind me. Do you believe in gravity, though? I will give everything I have to defeat you here. I know that you are severely injured, he says, choked out. And then the stuff falls. She-moon! Gravity is reversed. Everything falls in the opposite direction from my feet. Oh, he flips his feet up. That's right. And then it causes everything to fall. She lets go. Whoosh. Crunch! Both of my attacks hit you. Now you've lost both of your arms. Ding! Mobius strips of power. And woven throughout all her fingers. Ding! Perfect. So cool. What were those hands? Her arms should have been turned inside out. What? So menacing. So menacing. Love it. What is that? What? That shape in your chest where your heart should be. And the little sparkle sprinkles. God, they're so cool. God, it's so cool. Oh, it's so cool. Stun free. Smash bang. A Mobius strip. So that's what you made. It not only has a single surface, but it's also turned inside out. There's no concept of inside or outside. The band of infinity. It was possible for her to make one with her strings. Oh, and that's the end of the volume. Oh, no. Some cool drawings onto the next. And is it the last volume? It's the last volume. Made in heaven. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh my god, it's gorgeous with the moon in the background and all the floral pieces. Poochie in the back there reaching toward it, but growing out of the JoJo's. Hermes in there. Oh, it's gorgeous. Holy shit. And the butterflies taking flight. The color palette and shading style on Jolene's skin is totally different. It's almost like William Blake-y in the tonality. And then this deep red, this like blood red in the background is nuts. But that really like subtle tonality, I don't know what to it's like clay or chalk. It really does. If you go and you look up William Blake's work, they look a lot like this. And that's really interesting because Blake invented a whole different mode of pigmentation and like how to make the prints that he was making and the paintings that he was making that nobody had ever invented before. So the idea that looks like that is really weird, but really cool. Okay. It's difficult to explain, but when I'm drawing, I feel the existence of what I call gravity. In other words, while you might think that as an author I have utter control over the actions of the main characters by the progression of the story, or the world in which I make them live, it's not always like this, and at some moments it is the characters who act against my will. Through this method, some drawings have come out that I didn't want to make in the first place. That is how gravity manifests itself, which I also assimilate to fate. When you read this last volume of Stone Ocean, I'd like you to think a little about this. So, Araki says, essentially, that there's a relationship between creator and creation, and it's not as one way as we often think it is. The author controls the creation. It is not so. The creation often has its own story to tell, and this has been discussed in my comment section a number of times, in a number of different places, sometimes on JoJo's, sometimes elsewhere, but in the context of Dungeons & Dragons, which I function as a storyteller during, in the context of reading a bunch of stories and looking at a bunch of stories and considering a bunch of stories, it is clear to me that characters often, when the creator is open to it, is willing to allow it to occur, characters tell their own stories and have their own stories to be told that are not necessarily what the author intended. So Araki says, I'd like you to think a little bit about this when you read this last volume of Stone Ocean. It's almost a waffling. It's almost like you might not like the way that this turns out, but realize that this is the way that the story needs to be told, not necessarily the way that I'm deciding to tell the story. You know what I mean? That's interesting. I'm curious to see if I end up with that feeling. Maybe things will end in a way that is unexpected. There is something, I don't know if it's real, but in the image that we've got, in the cover art that we've got, the way that Jotaro is positioned, he's laying down amidst a bed of flowers, it feels like a funeral. That's a little scary to me. Don't know if it's going to actually predict anything, but I'll throw it out there because it does evoke that for me. I wonder if there's any Hanakotoba going on, like specificity of the yellow roses and the pink roses, like the specific flowers that Araki chose. I don't think so, but I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, baby. Gravity and fate manifest themselves through my writing, through the progression of the story, in a way that is not necessarily within my control. I agree. It definitely is the case that when you start writing characters, they have a life of their own. They do something of their own, and they manifest within the story in a powerful way. They take shape and have needs and like ways of being that cause unexpected emergent results. We'll see. Maybe the unexpected will happen here. Maybe the ending of this part isn't the way that he initially considered it or intended it. Maybe we'll find out. You trace the surface with your fingers, and if you keep on going without taking your finger off of the surface, you find that you've somehow ended up on the other side. But after going around the entire length of it, you find yourself back at the beginning. This is what a German mathematician discovered in the 19th century, the shape with no inside or outside. And yeah, there's the Klein bottle in the back, which is the three-dimensional version, which is great. Taken from the mathematician's name, this shape was named the Mobius strip. I respect the first human to have eaten a mushroom. And there's Honestly in the background. It might have been poisonous. Was it just that some lucky fool happened to eat it and was safe? Or was it an act of desperation fueled by hunger that spurred this discovery? Can you withstand this blow if I target your brain? That's a rad panel. Pointing it through. The elongated fingers, and then Sea Moon attacking. Jolene all sprawled out. And then the kick flurry. So sick. I love the Jolene kicks. I really do. He's just flipping. One blow. Where should I attack from? I only need one blow to the head. That's it, huh? If you're going to come, give it your all until the end. No, I'm waiting for the right opportunity, so I can be certain that I will succeed. I've been circling around you, cornering you, to make sure of this certainty. Do you understand what I'm talking about? As I circle around, things start falling around me, various objects flying around. I'm waiting for my destined moment of victory. I'm waiting for it to fall toward me. Do you understand? Do you think you'd be able to avoid it when it comes with those wounds and that Mobius strip? I'm manipulating space around me in order to cause victory to fall into my lap. It's pretty interesting. Here it is! This is what I was waiting for! The corpse of the security guard! Boom! I've got it now! Man, that dude should have buckled his shit. Wait, he did! Look at that! It is buckled! Probably need to replace their holster designs. It's that easy to steal a gun. There's something so weird about a JoJo's character yoinking a gun. It's so strange. It's like, the only time that I can remember that happening is Joseph with the Tommy gun against Straitzo, because he just like randomly pulls it out of nowhere and unloads into Straitzo, and then he's got the scarf full of grenades and shit as well. Crazy. Boom, 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 boom. Blam, 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 blam. And it's a great time for a time stop, isn't it? What is this gonna look like? Oh, it looks like that, motherfucker. That's what it looks like. Let's go. Huh? Nani? Kapow! Kukushka! We don't even see it. The Speedwagon Foundation launched this spear from a distance of 3 kilometers in the air and managed to drive into the visitor center. Using my stand kiss, I split the spear in two, and once I took the sticker off, it tried to come back together. As long as I hold on to the spear, regardless of gravity, it still pulls me to where the other spear is, 3 kilometers away at an extremely fast rate. I used the same principle by dividing the spear a couple of times to get here, where he sensed that Jolene was. Into his face coming out of the darkness. It's a weird looking face, honestly. Jotaro, Kujo, and Hermes, and Emporio, and Anasui. We've finally got you surrounded, Father Pucci. The completion of your stand in just 36 hours is just your fantasy. It's game over. You have no more allies, and you'll never be able to see the new Moo-Woon. That is incorrect, Emporio. Fate is testing me, but is still on my side. The forces that were to aid me, they ended up being the Joestar bloodline. When you forced me into the frames, I finally realized that my allies are the Kuujos. What the hell? The priest is floating up towards the sky. Gravity is working with me as its center. I am in awe. This means if I were to be inside a box, that box will also float in the air with me. I understand now. Dio, I don't have to wait for the new Moo-Woon. I've already obtained my complete ability. Lunar diagram for the month of March. Location, the state of Florida, Cape Canaveral. The complete new Moo-Woon is on March 22nd. But since Father Pucci was able to gravitate upward toward a more convenient and optimal position, the date of the new Moo-Woon in this story is March 21st. Shit! This is it! I don't have to wait 36 hours for the new Moo-Woon. If what I need is the gravitational effect of the new Moo-Woon, then all I must do is keep on floating up until I can find that exact gravitational effect. The same pull as the new Moo-Woon! Doesn't that fly in the face the whole, fated time and place sort of? I don't know. There must be a precise position where my sea moon will be completed. Calm down. Find the position. Count the primes. 13, 17, 19. You think we're gonna let you get away? Always struggling till the end, huh? Yeah, you gotta admire his perseverance. Bastard's mumbling something under his breath. His gravity's still working. We're still falling parallel to the floor. Hermes. Hermes. Look down. Pick up the gun that he dropped. Huh? You've grown, Jolene. Oh, hold on to the railing. This moment with the hand. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Dad. Hermes, pick up the gun and shoot him. What a cool pose. Bam, 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 bam. Simon, Star Platina, Zawardo. You'll probably use your stand to deflect those bullets, but time is stopped for a maximum of 5 seconds. You won't be able to realize that I've thrown this spear. Ura! 3, 2, 1. And his eyes fucking move in time stop. What? And it misses. And sends him spinning, spiraling, flipping off to the shuttle. It missed. During the time stop, it didn't hit him. He's opening the door. It looks like he's trying to get in. The space shuttle is floating in the air. The priest got in the goddamn space shuttle. Did he dodge the spear? But how? He's not just trying to get away. It can't be. Did he find out something that we shouldn't have let him find out? The way to complete his ability. You were the ones who have been pushing me. Ever since you were in prison, you have been aiding me. Our Father, who art in heaven, guide me. Watch over me so that I may not walk the wrong path. I will give myself to your will. I can feel it. Oh, I can sense the position. When Jotaro threw the spear, I felt it. His actions directed me the right way. The ones who were pushing me to heaven were the Joestars. Oh, and that's it. Anasui goes in. We haven't seen that yet. I actually really like this moment where from this little inset panel, Emporio is speaking out here. But all we have is Pucci glowing. We haven't seen Anasui climb up there yet. He's going to go for it, and it is going to not go well for him. I'm really scared for Anasui in this moment. Pucci ascends toward heaven. Sea Moon begins to break apart, forming again into something new, something different, something worse. And we're going to try one last desperate gasp effort to stop him before it can happen. And we might fucking fail. Holy shit. Everybody comes together. Jotaro is here, and he just pushes Poochie further along the path. Welcome to heaven, everybody. It's coming. It's fucking coming. Jolene being able to Mobius strip is a rad twist. Literally, because it's a twist. Yeah. All the characterizations in this episode are awesome. Poochie's out of his gourd and amazing. Poses out the wazoo. Scenes like nuts. Jotaro's back. Hype. Hermes is back. Hype. And none of it will be enough. It's all going to come down to this, and it might not be enough. And I'm scared by the intro that Araki wrote, where he's like, don't blame me for what I write. It's the character's fault. Fuck! Oh boy. Well, this has been Stone Ocean episode 35, and the manga chapters that go along with it. Poochie glows as he ascends in the space shuttle to heaven. And we will find out what exactly that means come next week. Thanks so much for watching this week's episode of JoJo's. I hope you enjoyed it. And next week's episode will be available for you on early access, linked in the description. So check that out too, please. See you next week for more JoJo's. Much love. Peace.